Talking on camera is not easy. Even as I sit down to do this video, I'm nervous. And I know that sometimes you also feel that fear. But you know what? Using ChatGPT can make a world of difference. I'm using the free version and I'm going to show you how it actually helps me to create videos so that I don't feel so nervous. And I think that this could be a win for you. So I basically have a phone right here. And I'm going to talk to ChatGPT as if it was interviewing me in a podcast, right? I'm a small YouTuber, so I don't have anyone to interview me. And the topic is going to be about how to stay consistent as a content creator. So let's go. Hi, let's have a podcast where you interview me and you also chat to me about how it feels to be a content creator. And, let's talk about how it feels to actually aim to be consistent as a content creator.
That sounds really interesting. Being a content creator definitely comes with its ups and downs. Consistency can be one of the toughest parts, right? It requires a lot of planning and dedication. How do you manage to stay consistent with your content?
I think for me, I know what videos I'm going to record well in advance. It helps me understand that even on days when I don't feel like I actually want to create content, I know that I should get up and go, because you never know, what can actually rise once you publish that video. And it's all about creating a habit of being consistent, because once you actually start recording the video, you actually get into it. So sometimes, even though you don't feel like it, you should do it. But sometimes you should also have a break.
That's a great approach. Planning ahead definitely helps in staying on track. It's true that sometimes the hardest part is just starting, but once you get into it, it often flows more easily. Balancing consistency with taking breaks is crucial to avoid burnout. It's all about finding that balance. Do you have any specific strategies for those days when motivation is low?
I think understanding your why did you become a content creator, helps a great deal. And understanding that, other people face similar struggles. Yes, we see people blowing up overnight as content creators, but for the majority of us, it is a slow, gradual process where we actually are building our skills. And understanding that helps me stay consistent even on days when I know that, my content creation isn't at the place where I want it to be.
That's such a healthy mindset to have. Remembering your purpose and understanding that growth takes time can really keep you going. It's true, the journey can be slow and challenging, but every small step forward is progress. And connecting with others who share similar experiences can be really encouraging. Keep pushing forward and celebrate the progress you make along the way.
How do you think content creators can stay consistent, especially when they feel like they aren't winning with the content that they actually are creating?
Staying consistent during tough times can be challenging, but here are a few tips that might help. 1. Focus on passion. Remind yourself why you started creating content in the first place. Connecting with your initial passion can reignite your motivation. 2. Set realistic goals. Break your larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks. Achieving these smaller goals can provide a sense of accomplishment. 3. Engage with your community. Interaction with your audience can be very motivating. Their feedback and support can remind you of the impact of your work. 4. Take breaks. It's okay to step back and recharge. Sometimes a short break can bring fresh perspectives and renewed energy. 5. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge and celebrate the progress you make, no matter how small. This can keep you motivated. Staying consistent is a journey, and every step forward counts.
I think also when you start off as a content creator, you have that burst of energy. You are really geared to be consistent. But when you see that you aren't getting many views, etc., you can feel really demotivated. What do you end up doing during those low points?
It's completely normal to feel demotivated during those low points. Here are some things you can try. 1. Reflect on progress. Look back at how far you've come, even if it doesn't feel like much. Celebrate the small milestones. 2. Engage with your audience. Sometimes a simple interaction with your followers can reignite your enthusiasm. 3. Take a break. If you're feeling burnt out, it's okay to step away for a bit. A short break can help you come back with fresh ideas. 4. Learn and adapt. Use this time to learn new skills or experiment with different content styles. This can reignite your creativity. 5. Connect with other creators. Sharing experiences with fellow content creators can provide support and inspiration. Remember, ups and downs are part of the journey. Keep going, and you'll find your groove again.
Thanks. Sometimes when you hear the word consistency as content creators, we can just be like, oh, not again, not that word. But why is it so important to be consistent as a content creator?
I totally get it. The word consistency can feel overwhelming at times, but here's why it's important. 1. Builds trust. Consistent content helps build trust with your audience. They know what to expect and when to expect it. 2. Algorithm favor. Many platforms favor consistent creators, potentially boosting your visibility and reach. 3. Skill improvement. The more you create, the better you get. Consistency allows you to refine your skills over time. 4. Audience growth. Regular content keeps your audience engaged and attracts new followers. 5. Personal growth. It helps you develop discipline and a strong work ethic, which can benefit other areas of your life. So, while it might feel tough, consistency really pays off in the long run.
And if you aren't feeling consistent, what do you think you can actually do to start feeling consistent and being consistent as a content creator?
If you're struggling to feel consistent, here are a few steps to help you get back on track. 1. Set a schedule. Create a realistic content schedule that fits into your life. Even small, regular uploads can build consistency. 2. Plan content. Spend some time planning your content in advance. This reduces stress and helps you stay on track. 3. Start small. Begin with manageable tasks. Even posting once a week can make a big difference. 4. Stay inspired. Follow other creators, read or watch content that inspires you. This can reignite your passion. 5. Accountability. Share your goals with a friend or fellow creator. They can help keep you accountable. Remember, consistency doesn't mean perfection. It's about building habits and staying connected to your purpose.
I think that as content creators, we often don't realize that it takes such a long time to actually build the skills that we need to actually be content creators. And that by being consistent, you are slowly building those skills. And, it's hard to be consistent because you're juggling so many things. You're juggling other aspects of your life. And to also not be too hard on ourselves.
Absolutely. It's so important to be kind to yourself. Building skills takes time, and every step you take is progress, even if it doesn't feel like it right away. Balancing content creation with other life responsibilities can be tough, and it's okay to acknowledge that. The key is to find a balance that works for you and to recognize the effort you're putting in. Remember, it's okay to take breaks and adjust your pace as needed. Your journey is unique, and progress is still progress, no matter how small it may seem. Keep going at your own pace and celebrate the small victories along the way.
I also think it's difficult for content creators to be consistent when they think, okay, yes, I've been consistent, but I don't see the results. I hardly have any views. I hardly have any subscribers. I put in so much effort into these videos and, it's not taking off. And I just feel like being consistent does not pay off.
I completely understand how discouraging that can feel. It's tough to keep going when you don't see immediate results. But remember that many successful creators faced the same struggles in the beginning. Here are a few things to keep in mind. 1. Patience is key. Building an audience takes time. Often, success doesn't happen overnight. Trust the process and give it time. 2. Quality over quantity. Focus on creating content that you're proud of. Even if it's not viral, quality content will attract the right audience over time. 3. Engage with your community. Building relationships with your viewers can foster loyalty and encourage growth. 4. Analyze and adapt. Look at what's working and what's not. Adjust your strategy based on feedback and analytics. 5. Celebrate small wins. Recognize and appreciate the progress you're making, no matter how small. Your efforts will pay off eventually. Keep pushing forward and don't lose sight of why you started.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Keep believing in yourself and the journey you're on. If you ever need support or just want to chat, I'm here for you. Keep up the great work.
Okay, so there you have it. And then everything's written here on your phone, and you can then, even create community posts on YouTube, for example. You can take that content, the transcript from it, and even put a post on Twitter, Facebook, etc. And it's interesting because even though I know that I'm talking to ChatGPT, eventually it starts to feel like you're actually talking to another person. So you have that engagement. And when somebody's asking you a question or chatting to you, it feels more natural to talk to them. Whereas when you're sitting by yourself in your room, it sometimes feels so awkward because you know that you are talking to yourself right now in this moment in time. And sometimes you may just not know what to say. But when you have somebody who's prompting you with questions, it feels easier. It feels more natural. Strangely enough, it feels more natural, even though I am talking to an AI tool. It's a strange time that we are living in, isn't it? But, let's use the tools that we have. I mean, I don't pay for ChatGPT, and that's a free tool. So use it. I must say that there is, I think, like a time limit, a daily time limit when you use ChatGPT. But this can really help you. It can help you feel more confident on camera. It can help you feel like you're not alone in your space. It can help you feel like, you can do this. Because I must say, for a long time, I felt really robotic on camera. Like when I spoke, I was so nervous that I didn't feel like myself. And I think that this tool, ChatGPT, can help you feel more like yourself because it feels like a social setting where you are chatting to someone. That's what it feels like. And when you are alone recording yourself, you can start to feel like you are in presenter mode. So try it and see if it actually works for you. See if you think that it's useful. That's the thing about being a content creator. You get to experiment. You get to see what works, what doesn't work. I'm not saying that your nervousness will go away completely when you're using ChatGPT. No, not at all. We are only human after all. But I'm saying that it can possibly help you. I'm not guaranteeing it, but I'm saying there's a possibility. Why not try it? That's the thing. We sometimes are so scared to try things that are out of our comfort zone. But what being a YouTuber has taught me is to step out of my comfort zone, to do the things that make me feel nervous, sometimes afraid, and to just get on with it and do it and see what unfolds. My name is Kish. I'm a small YouTuber. My channel is all about being a small YouTuber, what I'm learning along the way, what works for me, what doesn't. And if that interests you, do subscribe. Also, let me know, where are you watching from? It's always interesting to know where people are watching from. And, I also created a video where I talk about how sometimes it can feel difficult to sit in front of your camera and chat and just record yourself, because you will have days where you don't like the way you look, etc., and you feel like you don't have the confidence to even be on camera. So I created a video about that. Go and watch that next. And have a stunning week. Life is good. Life is beautiful. I hope that you're finding the beauty in life. And just have a wonderful week.